Live on Facebook, live on Periscope, live on YouTube. Hello, everyone. Good morning, if it's morning time, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. So excited to be back on. We're going to be starting in just a couple of minutes, so feel free to get comfy, share it out with friends, all that good jazz. We're going to be talking about investing in yourself, something super important, something super vitally important. So help get the word out because people need to learn just some quick steps as to how to feel good, how to feel empowered in their life. Hello on Periscope. I got some hellos. I got some people on Facebook. So fun. And we'll get started soon. Hope everyone is doing well this morning. I woke up crazy early, so I'm gonna have to find ways to maintain energy, which is something we'll be talking about as well. So that will be fun, guys. Okay, so outside of that, I think like one more minute. This is my journal. Get your journals out if you journal as well. I'd love to see pictures. Put them in the comments. That'd be really fun. If anyone is a Walking Dead fan, the Walking Dead show fan, you will know who this beautiful man is. My heart breaks. My heart breaks. I will not say anything more. I will not give spoiler alerts, but heartbroken over here in Arizona. Heartbroken. All right, couple seconds, guys. And then, of course, for anyone who is new, this is a conversation, so feel free to talk with me and put comments in if I'm saying something that you like, if I'm saying something that you dislike, tell me. I'm not a mind reader. It's one of the things I cannot do, unfortunately. I really wish that was the case, but currently not. So let your girl know. Yay. Next Dear Journal is starting shortly. So I'm getting the word out too, guys. So make sure you are doing the same. Alrighty. So I think we'll do that one. We'll get started. Alrighty. So yes, it's time. Hello. My name is Natasha Nurse. I am the content creator and founder of Dressing Roommate, a coaching business and online platform dedicated to teaching people how to think with clarity, dress with confidence, live with purpose, primarily focused on women and making sure women feel really empowered in their personal and professional lives. And I like to come on social media pretty much all the time, but I do it specifically for certain events. And one of my monthly events is my Dear Journal. So this is my journal. I have several journals. This one is the one I'm working with right now. Like I said, I adore The Walking Dead, so I had to cop this from Amazon. And today we're talking about how to invest in yourself. And I think that this is, I mean, it might seem like odd timing, but I think more now than ever, we need to make sure that we're thinking about how we empower ourselves, especially in such painful, tragic, and unprecedented times that we're living in, right? Between COVID-19, between the racial discord and injustice that's happening and has been happening for hundreds of years, but really is kind of bubbling over right now in this country and across the world. But I live in America, so I want to speak to my focus here, which is we have to find ways to invest in ourselves. So what does that look like? I wrote down things in my journal that I wanted to go through and talk to you about. And I really also just wanted to encourage those who don't already journal to think of journaling as an opportunity to free yourself, right? Coming off the heels of Juneteenth, happy Juneteenth for all of those who celebrated victory and freedom for Black people in this country. We know what bondage looks like, feels like, sounds like, talks like, and everyone is in some way or form inhibited or feeling kind of like they can't be their true self all the time, right? I think that that's a natural human feeling given the way that we've ordered and organized and live in our society. But you can be free. It's a choice. It's absolutely a choice. And one of the best ways I find to find personal freedom is through writing, through getting your thoughts out. You should never feel burdened with your emotions and feel like you can't do anything with them. You can definitely talk to professionals about them. You can definitely work through them in journals for yourself. You can work them out in activities and making sure that you live a life that reflects what you want. Freedom is a choice, but it's a choice that is demonstrated through action and through thought. So if you understand that, then you're right here with me. You're in the right place, guys. So with that, how do you invest in yourself? I think it really comes down to 8 primary things. And these are the same 8 things that I'm doing for myself. So as a coach, as a person who tries to create content that is authentic and is as reflective of my life, I would never share advice or things that I think that I wouldn't be doing. So here are the 8 things that I'm currently focusing on. And I hope you can as well. And if you, again, have thoughts, if you have questions, if you're like, I don't know, put them in the comments. Let's talk about it. So first way to invest in yourself, your noggin, your mindset, right? Your life is a reflection of your mind. I say this pretty much in every video I do because it has to be repeated. I think people underestimate the value of how negative and how they stand in their own way in their personal and professional lives. And so if you can understand that in taking time and investing in your mindset and understanding techniques and tools and working with people who can help you correct the path and journey here, it essentially creates the life that you want out here, right? So there's an actual tethering between your mindset and the life you're living. So it's really important to say, wait a minute, I don't feel good every day. And my life isn't necessarily a reflection of what I want, right? If these are the things and thoughts that are coming through your head, okay, cool. What are we going to do about them? How can we start to work to change how we view ourselves, how we're viewing the things that we do in our life, how we view the people in our life? And then what happens? We can change the actual life we're living. Whoa, mind blown, right? Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so I'm with you. If you're with me with there, give me likes, give me hearts, put things in the comments, guys. I'm here on YouTube, on Facebook, on Periscope. I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere. It's Tasha time. Next, another thing, and this is like super important for me right now, which is nutrition. Recently, I discovered that I have a leaky gut. Ugh, so unattractive. All right, just the name is, oh God. So what does it mean? It means I'm having issues with, I was having food allergies and having food, instead of it digesting, like going in places it shouldn't be going, creating reactions in my body, creating inflammation. Pretty much a horrible situation. So what have I done? I've had to eliminate pretty much anything yummy and delicious in life and really focus on green, natural, organic, and really think about every time I'm putting something in my mouth, what am I eating? How is that impacting my body? Why? Because what you do, right? You are what you consume. So if you think about that from here down, what are you eating, right? Pizza might be yummy and delicious, but can you digest it? Currently, I can't. I am having allergies and issues to cheese or to certain things in tomato sauce. So really thinking about on a granular level, the ingredients that you're putting into your body, because it's feeding your mind, it's feeding your gut, it's feeding the energy levels that you have in life. So if you want to invest in yourself, then you have to invest in the type of food that you consume. Invest in understanding what food can you eat, can you not eat, things like that. So mindset, 1, 2, nutrition. Next, sleep, y'all. What did I say earlier? If you were with me right when I started, woke up super, super early, right? Did I feel all the 100% rested? No. And so what does that mean? It means I have to counter and deal with that for this day. So if we continue to have bad sleep habits, or if we continue to deny ourselves enough sleep, or don't take notice of the sleep patterns that we're demonstrating, then you're going to feel tired. You're going to feel exhausted. You're not going to feel 100% in your life. And if you're not feeling 100%, how can you ever do things at 100%? Right? Like, it's not brain science here when it comes to living a good life and doing what we want. It's really just taking steps to reflect and look at what is going on in your life, right? A good life is composed of good things and good decisions and good people and good things that you love, right? Like, it's all just a simple equation that is self-promulgated, right? What I need in my life, what I would define as a good life, is going to be separate from what you define, and you're going to be different from your spouse, your partner, your friends, right? Like, we all have the right and autonomy to decide what that life equation is for ourselves, but we have to look at the granular. We sometimes, I think, get a little bit too big picture, and we're like, maybe we'll work it out. Maybe it'll work out. Well, what are you doing to make sure it works out? What are you doing to make sure you are investing in yourself? What are you doing to make sure you feel good about yourself, right? So if you're not doing anything, then nothing's going to change. Mind blown. 1, invest in your mindset. Tools, techniques, coaches, people like myself who can help you get this positive, get this focus, get this activated so that your life is a reflection of what you want in here. Second, nutrition, what you're eating. What you eat matters, guys. It really, really, really does. Talk to a nutritionist, talk to doctors. I know that, you know, it's a tough subject, especially as a plus size woman. It's a tough subject because so many times in the medical industry, myself included, I would say, have the conversations always overarching on, oh my gosh, you're overweight. Oh my gosh, like all that stuff, right? Instead of thinking about there's more to life than just being a certain size. There's more to life than just focusing on looking a certain way. But the nutritional component of your life is going to play a role in how you perform at your job. It's going to play a role in how much energy you have as a mother, how much energy you have as a partner, how much energy you have for your friends, how much energy you have for yourself. Most importantly, you got to pay attention to that. We have to get granular. We have to get focused. We have to get educated, constantly learning. Oh, I can eat this. I can't eat this. Oh, this is working. This isn't working. Oh, this is great for anti-inflammation. Oh, you know, like all that good jazz. Third, sleep. If you're not sleeping, then you're pretty much like half dead in your life. And so again, how can you perform well at your job? How can you perform well in your business? How can you perform well at a creative endeavor if you feel dead? Tell me if anyone is has mastered that, please put that in the comments. Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, let your girl know, because I know for the life that I lived, and I obviously haven't lived 1,000 years, right? So, you know, still a walking, talking journey. What I have understood is when I am tired, when I am not feeling well, it is emanated and demonstrated in what I do. So I can counter that, right? Because I've learned to master I think so many people have learned the master your best self when you're on 2 hours of sleep. Absolutely. You can perform, you can execute, you can do what you need to do under stressful circumstances, but you burn out, you don't feel good, you regret your decisions, you're very like kind of difficult to deal with, right? Like all of those things. It doesn't have to be that hard. It's not that deep, boo. Right? we can be better. We can be better for ourselves, which in turn creates a better life for ourselves and the people that we love. So yay that. Financial literacy. So this is something that is always been something that I haven't necessarily embraced or loved. I've always loved budgeting and understanding how much money you have and all that stuff, but really mapping out financial opportunities for yourself that sets you up for the life you want when you're 60 and 70 and 80 and beyond, right? Like for my other millennials out here, this is a conversation that I think our generation understands. I think our generation's about it. They're not necessarily pushing it off, but what about the younger generation, right? I think I've met too many young people who maybe don't know enough about money. And it's like, wow, well, if you kind of got your game together by 18, by 25, where would you be at 50? Where would you be at 75? Right? So I think that this is something that it's like star writing it down. If you take anything down, right? Like thinking about investing in yourself from a financial perspective. And guess what? You can make great financial decisions at any age. I'm not in any way saying that there's a certain cutoff. There absolutely isn't. You could be 45, you could be 55. What can you do for the next 20 years that's going to set you up better for that arrival point in your life? It's all a walking, talking journey, right? Next, quality and positive relationships. This is something to invest in. I have been blessed to be able to move to Arizona with my husband. Whoop, whoop. Shout out to all my Arizonians. It's beautiful out here. Y'all see my glowing skin. Thank you, Arizona sun. Thank you. It's beautiful out here. But in addition to the beauty and magnificence of where we live, getting to know and meet new people has been phenomenal, right? Because it allows us to have quality conversations, to laugh, to be joyful in your life with the people you spend time with. And that is what is going to feed into your happiness feeling. It's going to feed into your brain. It's going to feed into your creativity. It's just booyah. So investing time with the people who actually make you laugh, with the people who actually make you smile, with the people who actually make you think, who make you want more for yourself, who make you inspired, who make you feel motivated to do things that maybe you've done before and you haven't done in a while, you've never done, anything in between and beyond, right? Quality, positive relationships, personally, professionally, romantically, and beyond. That's pretty clear. I think that's pretty clear. If you have questions, put them in the comments here, any of the platforms I'm on. Next, declutter. This is super important. And me and Khalil, my husband, have enjoyed doing this because we as people store too much stuff in our house. And, you know, we need to all embrace sustainable living, sustainable fashion, things like that, because it's how we save our planet. Guys, do we want to be here for 20 years or 200,000 years, right? Like, we got to figure it out. And again, setting ourselves up now so that the later is better, right? You never have to get ready if you stay ready. So we have to declutter. If you haven't worn something in 6 months or 3 months, get rid of it. If you're not using a certain thing in your house, can someone else benefit? There's so many places that you can either sell or you can donate, and it can be a treasure and a jewel and necessary for someone else. It might just be collecting dust for you, and it could be someone else's best dream and hope. So we have to be considerate of ourselves. Decluttering gives you space. It opens up things for you in your mind and feeling less tension, and also being able to redesign things in your home. So it's a fun DIY project, but then also giving back to those who maybe can't buy that full price, but would be able to buy that at a discounted price if you put it out there. So declutter, declutter, declutter. And then next, our knowledge base. I kind of hinted to this already, but investing in what we know, and this is really a cool thing to be doing, because A, you can definitely do this every day. B, does it have to cost money? Nope. Thank you, internet. If you have the internet, then you can increase your knowledge every single day for free. It's awesome. It's called libraries. It's called I love places like Hulu. Those are Hulu is kind of like a digital platform connected to libraries. It's called blogs. Hello, let me put my little thing here on YouTube. At least you'll see subscribe to the blog and monthly newsletter, dressingroommate.com. If you are fans of bloggers, if you're fans of podcasters, if you're fans of reading articles, like, there's so much to learn. And then courses, online courses. I mean, there's the knowledge that you can take in every single day is remarkable. So when people say to me, and hopefully less and less people will continue to say this to me, because I'm just like, girl or guy, come on. You're like, no, absolutely not. I don't know how to do something. I don't know how to get started. What do you think my answer is going to be? What do you think the answer is going to be? Google.com, right? Look up the information. Look up the type in a search box and figure out, what do you need to know? There's so much incredible information out there. Make sure you are using it and using it for your benefit. It's incredible. It will enhance what? Your knowledge base, which will what? In turn, help you at your job. In turn, help you do what? Help you be better in your business, be a better wife, be a better daughter, be a better mother, be a better, like, it's just better. And then, like, fill in the blank, and you literally could just keep writing out words of things that you will be enhanced by if you just increase your knowledge. Booyah, mind blown. And then next, and this is actually not so easy, because I've met too many people who've told me they struggled with this. Invest in your personal happiness. I say this because people tell me all the time they do not know what makes them happy, or they don't have time to do things that make them happy, or they are afraid to do things that make them happy. My heart breaks every single time. Every single time. If you're not investing in your happiness, then how is your life a reflection of what you want it to be? Are you living a happy life? Do you feel fulfilled and satisfied? My question to that would probably be answered by the simple words of no. If you're not investing in your personal happiness on a daily basis, then how are you living a happy life, right? Like, it's tethered. They're connected concepts. So if you're not happy, then, and you're not investing in your happiness, then you're not living a happy life. Problematic. Because if you're in government, if you are a judge, if you are a politician, if you are a teacher, if you are a lawyer, if you are a doctor, if you are a teacher or a mother, I mean, any category that you labeling that applies to you, how are you doing your best job at that if you're not consistently investing in your personal happiness? Problematic. You see the problems right there, right? You're like, yes, Tosh, Yes. Problematic. Absolutely problematic. So what do we do about that? Do we sit and just say, oh, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know. No. We take out a journal, start writing. What are things that make me happy? What are things that I enjoy? What are things that I've never done that I think would make me happy? What are things that I'm excited to do? And guess what? Then take that list, go to your online calendar, your phone calendar, start booking in time to go do those things. I understand that we're in the middle of a pandemic, so maybe things will have to be a little bit different. You might need a face mask. You better get a glittery one at that and just be fabulous. Because I'm loving these masks. I'm loving the Afrocentric ones. I'm loving the glitter ones. I'm like, yes, this is what I'm talking about. I hope this fashion never goes away. Whether we need the mask or not, like they're just super cute accessories. But I digress. Invest in your personal happiness. This is how you can have a personal life of joy and life of fulfillment and purpose. All right. So just to recap for anyone who's joining in late, what are the things when I say how to invest in yourself? What am I talking about? There's 8 specific categories. And could you have more? Absolutely. But these are the ones that I'm currently working on. I encourage you to do the same. Mindset, positive. How do I stay focused? How do I stay determined? Who do I work with? Nutrition. What am I eating? How am I fueling my body so that I can have the best energy and focus for my life? Sleep. Yes, we all need different levels of sleep. Some of us a little bit more, some of us a little bit less. Doctors, and there's certain prescribed amounts, like they typically like 8 hours, right? Something we grew up hearing about. You know, I would say I'm good pretty much at like 7. But again, like today, I think I'm probably bordering 5. Gotta work harder then to do things, right? Gotta be more motivated and get over the hump. Wouldn't have to be if I could work even more on spending time on the sleep pattern. So this is something for me to now work on and make sure that I don't have repeat incidents of this. Next, financial literacy. Who's reading a book about finance this year? Who's going to a webinar, a seminar on finance? Hello. Quality, positive relationships. If everyone in your life is not making you feel good, then why are they in your life? Right? 7+ billion people on the planet. You don't need to make yourself unhappy. You don't need to make yourself feel less than incredible and amazing. And when we choose to spend time with those people, which I absolutely have people in my life who definitely I would not constitute quality or positive, but I'm choosing to maintain that relationship because that is a conscious choice, right? It's not a lot. It's a very short list, but we all have our reasons, right? But as long as you understand what you're doing to yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, fine. But on the overarching realm of like the circle, like a kind of do a mapping of the people in your life. You took everyone on the phone, on your Rolodex, on your phone list. Are these people serving you? Are these people making you feel good? If not, time to get a kick in. Go. Next, declutter. Mind, space, open up room, give to others, be able to get the space that you need in your mind and in your homes. Knowledge base. The more you learn, the better you can be at how you live your life. The better you can take care of yourself, the better things you can put in your mouth and eat, the better things you can say as a parent, the better things you can do in your business, the better things you can do as a creative. Gotta keep learning. And then next, personal happiness. And that's an individual thing. I can't tell you what will make you happy. I can absolutely brainstorm with you. I can absolutely have a strategy session with you and talk those things out. Because sometimes it's just easy to have a soundboard, to have someone say, you know what, that does make me happy. Or to ask you questions and, you know, I've never thought about this. This does make me happy, right? So absolutely, you can work through that process with someone else. But the idea of how am I going to come up with it? And oh my gosh, what does happiness mean for you? For me, you absolutely have the autonomy to decide that for yourself. So I've kind of hinted to it, but I also wrote down again, so just like the why. Why is it important to invest in yourself? Mental sanity. We have to have clarity and sanity to be able to have the freedom to do the things in our career, in our personal lives. Investing in yourself lends for that. Increase creativity. For me, I really get super like like stoked and excited and in the creative content I'm creating when I'm spending the time investing in me, whether it's through self-care, whether it's the relationships I have, whether it is what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, how I'm moving my body. The investment in those 8 categories is making me a better creative. It's going to make me a better ... right? So that's another benefit. Also, the more that you do this, the higher chance you have to be able to attract better people, better opportunities in your life, because the universe is watching. The universe always has your back. Thank you, Gabrielle Bernstein, for that beautiful title and beautiful message. Yes, when you invest in you, then you're putting and emanating out positivity and great vibes that the universe can say, oh, she's ready. She's ready for a new brand deal. Oh, she's ready for that new book deal. Oh, she's ready for that new great friend. Oh, she's ready for that new partner, that new love of her life, right? Like the universe is waiting and willing to be able to deliver what you need, but you've got to do the work too. So you got to meet the universe halfway. Next, increase happiness, right? If you invest in happiness, then you will be happier. Next, clarity and focus for goals and objectives. It's a lot easier to be focused and clear when you take the time to get things in order, get your house together here and in the reality of your world that you live in. And then also, when you take the time to invest in yourself, what are you also doing? You're reducing time for those nasty distractors. So I'm talking about, and what I wrote down specifically is negativity and self-doubt. These things are pains in the you know what, right? Because they get in the way of you moving forward with writing that book, with you stepping out as a speaker, with you creating that new business, with you making that, going on that first date, with you, like all the things that we do in our lives usually get curtailed by things like self-doubt and negativity. If we spent the time investing in just those 8 categories I talked about, how much further would you be ahead in different parts of your life? Think about it, right? It's, again, it's not brain science. It's really just kind of simple shifts, simple changes that have transformative effect in your life. We all deserve that. We're all capable of making it. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? All right. So now my last words of wisdom before we wrap things up is just keep moving forward, right? Is every day perfect? No, like I told you, definitely low on the sleep game today. Did not win there, but that's okay. I'm going to take some time to reflect as to kind of what went there, what happened there, and how I can adjust so that tomorrow not maybe wake up so early and feel like, whoa, ¿qué pasó? Like, what happened here, right? But I'm gonna be able to invest the time to do that by reflecting. That's another tip I have, or last words of wisdom. Guys, we spend so much time living in our life and not working on our life, right? That's why I love coaching, because I am literally here to be able to help people work on their life, not just live in it, but how do I become a better speaker? How do I have more confidence in my relationship? How do I stand up for myself at work, right? Like all of that good jazz. That you got to work on your life, not just live in it, work on it as well. And then, of course, inspire others by your own transformation. So, just recently I had such a beautiful message sent to me on LinkedIn by someone who said an article that I wrote like changed her life and made her feel less stressed and less alone, right? And she felt so motivated and inspired. And that is just, I get those like so often, and it's so amazing. From messages to voicemails, people are so beautiful in this world and so incredibly kind when they share how much you mean to them. And you don't know how much you mean to someone else. Like, you really don't. Unless they tell you, or unless you ask them, you don't have a clue just how inspirational and motivational you really are. So remember that. Remember that in your daily choices that you're making, because your choices are affecting others that you don't even know near and far. And what would it be? What would this world look like if we were all making and being our best selves, our best versions of ourselves? It'd be remarkable. It'd be unimaginable, really, right? So just things to think about. Now, what do you need to do next? Girl, God, you got to start investing in yourself. I talked about 8 different things that you can do to invest in yourself to have a better life and a more prosperous kind of journey for yourself. Well, which one of those 8 things are you starting today? Are you going to read an article? Are you going to go to dressingroom8.com, check out a blog, learn something new, right? Like, what are you doing? Which category are you hitting today? And keep on hitting them. add to them. Like I start with knowledge today, maybe I'm going to do nutrition tomorrow, and I'm going to do some quality relationship stuff, right? Like get it going, get popping. I'm not just doing this for rhetoric. I'm doing this to help you understand what is next. How do I make change today? Not like tomorrow, but today. Next, if you have questions, if you feel like you want to talk about something that I mentioned today in deeper context and deeper perspective for your life, because again, we all have our own little beautiful novellas that are filled with so much beauty and so much drama, and you're like, but wait, what do I need to do with my particular circumstance? Okay, let's talk. Guess what? It'll be free. You can go to dressingroom8.com, dressingroom8.com, schedule a free strategy session. You're like, put in the what you want to talk about is investing in yourself, creating a strategy plan if you want to hit one of those 8, if not all of those 8 categories starting today. P.S. It's free. So there's no excuse if you're like, I have no one to help me. Nonsense. Get your life. And then, of course, while you're at dressingroom8.com, I have it written down, so you've got to do it. I manifested my intention. Give it to me, baby. Subscribe to the blog. Subscribe to the monthly newsletter. Check out the events page so that you can see all my upcoming events. I've been really focusing on doing online events because I want to make sure that I can serve you globally so that you can feel supported globally, right? I'm not pigeon-toed. Yes, I'm in Arizona, but I can help you if you're in New York. I can help you if you're in Massachusetts. I can help you where you are. Just make sure you're putting in the time and you're taking these words, you're writing them down, and you're doing something. You're taking action. And with that, this pretty much wraps up today's conversation. So thank you for your time. Share this message, please. Share this message with a friend, at least one friend that you know could benefit from hearing these words. And with that, I'll see you soon, and keep shining, y'all. All right. So it's been fun. Thank you. I say goodbye on each platform because that's just how I roll. So bye on YouTube. And then